good? What's good? I hope that you are in an amazing state today, mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thank you for dropping on in. As you can tell, I am Soulfully Royal Nita. My goal is to continue to elevate the planet. And so with that being said, we are continuing the attachment style videos, and we are continuing the attachment style videos. In today's video, we'll speak about anxious attachment style. Anxious attachment style. While so much comes with this attachment style, I am familiar with it because I have it and have done the work to continue to work through it. We gather these attachment styles in childhood, right? So it's super hard to overcome, but it's not impossible as long as you're doing the work. So anxious attachment style, long story short, you pretty much are emotionally starved. You pretty much need validation. And with that being said, say for instance, and keep in mind, we're speaking of relationships, right? So say for instance, you were in school and you did really well, and you were looking for your parent to give you the accolades, like, oh, awesome, great reports, I'm so proud of you, and you got nothing, right? So because you got nothing, as it leads to adulthood, when a male or a friend give you these compliments, you're like kind of on cloud nine, and you're gonna want that to continue. Like, no, you can't just stop that. You can't just tell me, oh, I am doing amazing, oh, I look beautiful, oh, I love the new project you're working on, and just go cold. So when that happens, when a person just goes cold and withhold for whatever reasonings that they are dealing with, or some people do that just to be mean, or because they're dealing with their own insecure attachment style. So what are you going to do, right, when they take that away? As an anxious attacher, you're going to ask the questions, what did I do wrong? How can I get better? Tell me. You're going to always seek those questions, right? And also, studies state that your attachment style can possibly develop because of your parents' attachment style. Without going deeply into my caregiver, my mother's attachment style, I do know that she was an anxious woman growing up, and I saw a lot. Again, she had the kiddos she was dealing with. Also, I'm a twin, so I know that wasn't easy for her, having to tend to two at once. And yes, it was a bit much. So I saw my mom not able to properly emotionally regulate in ways. And again, because she didn't know how, right? Grace is given. However, here I am, Nita, and as I navigated adulthood, I saw myself like just not having time for the BS with friendships. Again, because I'm a giver. I love giving. I love pouring into the ones I'm close to. However, if I saw that something was changing up, or I would just remove myself because of the anxious in me, if that makes sense. So with that being said, if you're an anxious attacher, you are just always emotionally hungry. Anything switch up within a relationship, whether it's a romance or friendship or even family, you're going to ask the questions. You're going to become worrisome. You're going to want to be the fixer, and it's just not going to be good for you. And you tend to gather clinginess. You tend to gather the clinginess. You tend to just be an overall anxious person, right? Which is not good. Not to judge it, but again, there's 3 other attachments that, right? 2 others aside from this one. So again, 50% of us deal with insecure attachment styles, but there's ways to heal that best you can, right? So let's talk about that. Some ways you can heal that anxiousness within you is by just letting the person be. What a person's going to do what they want to do. So don't stress yourself. Just dive deep into what you love to do. You write a list of things that makes you happy. So when a person stop giving those accolades or that emotional support that you may need, it won't bother you, right? And I know, easier said than done, because people that's close to you, you definitely want their feedback, you definitely want their support. However, what happens too if they don't give that support to you? And so I'm super grateful, especially with life transitions in my life, that I've been able to self-soothe. That's the word. When you are capable of self-soothing, you are well on your way. You're not looking for someone to come and check on you. You going through the motions of knowing that you will be okay. And again, that goes with what's ever in your resource, your toolbox. So the anxious attacher definitely can do well with secure people around them. Being, I have a really good friend that definitely, I identified her. She didn't ask me, but longtime friend, definitely has a secure attachment style, and in many ways that she showed up in our friendship throughout the years has been beautiful. And she balances me. Not that she needs the weight of the world, but she sees the greatness in me, and as I do with her, that we've made this thing work for many years. So the moral is to help aid you in your anxiousness. It is good that you surround yourself around people who had what would be a better upbringing than you. Not that your parents were the worst to the worst or anything like that, but they just had a better upbringing, right? So you will seek romance within people in beginning stages. You'll know what to check off your list, like, nah, this person will trigger my attachment. Nah, I don't want to deal with that. Because again, say for instance, you are a woman that is dating and you like consistency. And also, I'll say that for myself, I like consistency in all areas of my life because I'm a consistent woman. So you met this guy, you think, oh, he's amazing, in so many ways, but yet he goes astray for probably weeks and weeks at a time. I'm just using an example because this is totally not my life, because I learned to heal my attachment style. But say for instance, a person constantly leaving and coming back, leaving and coming back, you're constantly triggering yourself. So knowing what triggers you, you will know what to write off your list. And the same applies for friends. People that I'm meeting up front, I'm telling them out the gate, if they wanting to, nurture something in adult years, absolutely no problem, but this is what I like. And if that don't rock with you, I understand, but I don't need anything triggering me. I'm talking about the deep stuff, to bond. Not, it don't have to be early stages, but a lot of people jump into a lot of relationships without asking the questions. So ramble aside, I'll just say that there's hope. There's definitely hope for the anxious person. You just have to continue to do the work, monitor your thoughts, knowing how you were brought up in some way, and thinking about what played a role in who you've become will work. So I recommend journaling. I'm definitely a huge journaler. However, that does not mean that you are or you want to be, but that's a suggestion. And so, yes, the anxious attacher, due to childhood, you experience the lack thereof with proper caregiving, and it emerged into your adulthood, and now you have the ability to choose. Do I want to get better? How do I heal this to the best of my ability? Thanks for tuning in. Soulfully Royal Nita, you are deeply appreciated. Have a great week ahead. Bye.